Here we are reaching our final destination. Say hello to those flamingos again. Just thriving. And to our right will be the East African giraffe. I see a couple of them up on the wall here. And so I don't scare them, I am going to turn my mic off. They're kind of sensitive to loud noises. So I hope you get a good look at them. I'm going to do a quick mic test before we get started. If you can hear my voice, raise your hand. Perfect. Would anybody like me louder? Quieter? Alright. So my name is Emily. I'll be your driver and tour guide for the next 25 minutes as we explore Africa. We also have a little bit of safety to get through. If you're sitting next to a door, give it a jiggle for me. Just make sure it's properly latched. Now please do not lean on those doors as they are only latched and not locked. And while the vehicle is in motion, I'll have you all remain seated. We'll be making a few stops along the way, which you are more than welcome to stand up for. But as the vehicle continues to move, I'll have you sit back down. Now for any medical emergencies, look above your head. You'll see those yellow strips. Just give that a press and it'll notify me. I'll come out to assist you. However, if you're right behind me in this first trailer, you don't have any. So instead, you'll wave your hands or ask someone else to push it for you. But again, that yellow strip is only for medical emergencies. So if you drop anything overboard, just remember the location in which you dropped it. Let us know at the end, and we'll do our best to get it back to you. And with that out of the way, we can get to some of these animals. Let's start to the right-hand side, as this is the Delta, home to the African crown cranes and greater flamingos. Well, these flamingos love the heat because they're used to the salt marshes out in Africa, where the water gets to boiling temperatures. So this unique horn indeed goes to the rhinos. Here on the right is the Rhino Rescue Center. Looks like they have been rolling in mud pretty recently. Oh, there's one actually in the mud currently. Oh, mud is great sunscreen for rhinos, as they do have very small hairs on their body, but for the most part it's just going to be skin. So that mud is going to help protect them from the sun, and it's a natural bug repellent. So for an adult male, they can weigh up to 6,000 pounds. But despite their size, they are pretty vulnerable. So if you take a look, they will come from the desert in the country Namibia. So gray will hide perfect in the sand and dunes. But before we get a little closer to the hemsbok, we can also say hello to the pelicans and vultures here on the right. So a couple of those pelicans are enjoying the water. They're not in it, but pretty close. Now the two vultures that are visible at the moment near the fence line, underneath one of the trees, like the middle, is the lapid-faced vulture. Now they are the largest on it. They will eat any type of vegetation, so including the bark. You can actually see a lot of the bark eaten off of the trees out here. That was them. When they eat the bark, they actually strip it almost like string cheese, like stripping it right off. And that is so good for their teeth. It's like flossing, so that we don't have to intervene and help with their dental things, because the less we interact with the animals by hand, the more natural behaviors they will have. And I feel like this is a full circle moment, but look at that rhino sniffing the poop. I told you. And now that's the male rhino. He's gonna smell it, know what the females have been up to, turn around, poop in the same spot, so that he can tell them what he's been up to. It's the rhino way of flirting with each other. Gross, but important, I suppose. But I hope you guys were all able to learn at least one new thing today that you can share with your friends and family. Again, my name is Emily. I have been your driver and tour guide. If you have any questions, or maybe I missed an animal you'd like to know about, feel free to ask. I'll be up at the front. Once the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you'll be exiting to the right-hand side only. Just reach over your door, grab that black knob, push it forward, and I hope you have a great rest of your day here.
因为前面我们要坐电梯，对吗？你上来了，等一下也得要下来的。你跟爸爸牵牵走到。